last left the Avatar, he'd searched the jungles for an ocelot, and had not found one. But no matter, we shall continue exploring. Welcome back, folks, to the Hardcore Minecraft Let's Play. Let's move on. We'll go to the edge of the map here, and we shall, explore to our heart's content, or at least to the limits of the map. We have the bed, which means that we don't need to worry so much about the night, so we shall make time and exploration progress. And hopefully we'll find some biomes that we haven't encountered yet. Let's have a look. We've been over here, but we're now starting to enter into new, unexplored territory. Territory that will have grass, and maybe animals. There's a lot of jungle, and as we know, somewhere over there, there's a village. We might want to go back there at some point. Right. I think I only need to move a little bit further along here, so that if I just head straight down, it will explore everything on this side of the map. Because once you've explored around the edges of the map, it's a lot easier to then explore a little bit further along. It's a lot easier than... Ooh, let's avoid that. Once you've explored along the edges of a map, it's a lot easier then to explore the rest of it. Is that a hole? There we go. So if we go like this, and try our best to avoid falling down holes like that one. Wow, that's quite a hole. That's a big hole. So explore around there, and then we go all the way down the southern edge of the map. And then all we need to do is fill in the holes in the middle, which should be pretty easy. Unless we get... Ow. Unless we get horribly killed by something, which I don't see as likely. Okay, let's just get across this small body of water. Not so bad. And we just switch this back out. There we go. And south. Into a hole. That's what you get for not paying attention with the map. Okay, we need to just do that. Just get... There we go. We're free! Free to once again pay more attention to holes in the ground. Like that one. I'd have been in serious trouble if I'd have fallen down that hole. In fact, I think I'd have been dead if I'd have fallen down that hole. Alright. Don't look at the map so much, Kiko. Just focus on moving forward. Through this small forest. And if we find any wolves along the way, so much the better. I believe someone had previously said that there was an area to the south of where our house was built that we'd be likely to find wolves. We'll have to go there at some point once I've explored the whole map. See if I can find one. There we go. There is a levitating tree. We shall just walk past that. Okay, more water. Well, water makes things a little easier to explore, but there isn't a huge amount of water here. We'll just quickly swim across. The main thing about the fact that I don't build something like a bridge there is more of a personal choice. I don't like to... If I'm not actually in an area, like living nearby it, I try my best not to make a huge, like... do a large amount of stuff to it. I don't like digging things up or like forging my own path. I mean, I could do things like that. I could build bridges and temporary outposts, but personally I like having just the area where I live being the place where there's the Avatar's evidence of him being there, and the rest of it just left to be. Of course, if I find things that I need to mine, that's a different matter. I will go and mine those, but otherwise, just generally leave it alone. Oh, cannot jump over that tree. There's a massive field of nothing here. A massive field of nothing. And some more sheep. There are plenty of sheep along the way. The fact that we have the carrots really is the best thing. That means I can herd some sheep and I can get some rabbits. And more importantly, I can actually get carrots. The watermelons are quite a nice source of food, in that you don't need to keep replanting them, much like the pumpkins. The stalks are what actually grow the watermelons. They're not as efficient as any other piece of food, and I don't think they actually improve. They do sort a little bit of hunger, but I don't think they actually sort a a massive amount of actual slowing down the rate of your hunger loss. There is another cave. This one's not a very big cave, though, so we'll just climb up and past it. Here we go. Nice scenic walk through the plains of nothing. There's quite literally nothing here, isn't there? Yep. Big pile of nothing. Do I want to explore? I can explore on the water a little. I can always come back later and explore that. Explore on the okay, I'm gonna need to use the boat. I don't need the pickaxe right now, so I'll put the boat there. I'm going to need to use the boat to get over this body of water. This body of water is significant. So, boat away! There we go. Keep the map out. Explore a little bit over this way. Just so that we get all this. There is a small series of islands here. Going this way means that I'm going to have to veer back round the other direction. Because you can see there are tiny bits of the map that haven't been filled in. There is a large amount of ocean here. This could be a significant portion of the map round here. Just ocean. Well, I'm more than willing to explore it. Let's see what we find. Hopefully no more squids that can come out and ram into our boat, because losing the boat here would be awkward. I wouldn't have anywhere that I could actually go and place... oh, there's a bit of land over there. So this place isn't entirely devoid of... looks like one of the kind of islands that I'd have ended up stuck on the first one. Is there a tree there? Would I have been doomed? Oh, there is no tree there. I would have been so very, very doomed. Ooh, boat just stopped there for a moment. Actually, I might stop on that island. Purely so I can rest there, rather than... and then head out on the boat the next day. Seems like an idea, because there's just a lot of water here. Need to go explore that corner. And turn around and go to this island. Okay, there are some... there's something over there. There's a lot of scenery over there. Let's make sure we don't lose the boat. There we go. This is not a bad island. If I'd brought some saplings with me, this would be a nice place to be. Also, I don't want that. I want the boat. There we go. Okay, let's rest. 'Tis of course late enough for me to rest. And morning it is. And we're back on the road once more. And by road, I mean boat. So we want to... Oh, it's done that. It's done it so that the hand is in the way, which is actually quite awkward for this. It's quite awkward purely because it makes it a little bit more difficult to explore. This is a very small island. This kind of island wouldn't have been a bad place to have appeared on. Yeah, it's just there. I'm going to throw away the map and then pick it back up. And hopefully... There we go, that sorted it. It's not a bad little island. It certainly has a lot of land on it. I would not have minded appearing on this island at all. Seeing the fact that there are other islands in the near vicinity. But we have more land to explore. But have I put the boat in the wrong place? I did. Also, we're hungry. I've done that again, haven't I? Let's move over here this time. There we go. That's better. That's better. So we'll just explore this way as far as the land will let us. And then we'll have to start thinking about eating some food later. Actually, a lot of territory explored there. There's a little bit of land. Looks like an... Well, I was about to say it looks like an island, but it's not. It's that strange biome that people in the comments told me about, which is made of the material I haven't yet got otherwise. So I'm definitely going to have to explore that by foot. That is certainly not something I'll be able to explore otherwise. It doesn't really... It has some trees, though. Okay, we pretty much explored around there, but if we explore this tiny bit by water, it makes it so we need to explore that little bit less by land. Here we go. The day is young for exploring. I doubt there's much more we can actually explore by going by water on this area. I don't think there could very well be a river running through it, but not significantly. Massive lake there, but I'm sure we'll fill that hole in. In fact, that hole already has been filled in. So let's move on. Was that a bat? What's a bat doing here at this time? And there's the cactus. We have some of those. You can use the cactuses to make green dye. Alright, we need to be careful here. We don't want to ram into the... We don't want to ram into the terrain here, because if we ram into the terrain... That was lava. I'd say if we ram into the terrain there, we will lose our boat. And that wouldn't be any good. There is, however, a small amount of scenery we can go in here and get. Actually, a fair amount of land here that we can... or ground on this map that we can cover. Thanks to this large body of water. There's actually a lot of water on this map. We can fill this bit in. And then move along. Sounds like a plan. And then what will the Avatar do? Well, he'll probably head back to his home up there. And then we could just take a boat over to the jungle when we wanted to and try and get an ocelot. We could try. I mean, eventually we'll find one. Eventually. Okay. That's this piece of scenery explored. And up we go. We might as well explore all this ocean while we can. 'Tis quick, especially considering the sailing. And we may find something interesting. We're not going to find a mushroom biome. I had to search a very long time on my most recently used world to find a mushroom biome. A very long... This biome, however, is large. Look at it. It spans all the way over there. We might have to explore a fair amount of this by foot. Just going to backtrack here. We're going to have to explore a fair amount of this by foot. So we might want to explore all the non-desertish biome first, and then this one. The desert biomes are actually quite interesting, because there's very little in them. Just like, here is some desert, and then there was desert. Here we go. At least we can use the fact that there's a lot of water to cover some ground very quickly to get back home. I wonder what Derek's been up to while I've been gone. Derek has probably decreed that he is the lord of all he surveys in my absence. Yeah, we're not going to get very far with a boat now. The boat is not going to serve us that well. It's a shame you can't use something like a binoculars or to fill in large portions of the map without actually walking over the area. That you have to actually walk over the areas you want to fill the map in with. Right, we can only go so far here, so let's slow down and get out the boat. Boat's gone over there, that's fine. We have used up a lot of hunger here. Fortunately, we have some bread. We'll switch that out for the torches for now, because there's actually no reason for us to hold on to the torches at the moment. And if we move a little more over here, we can get some more optimal map coverage. Cover more area. It's mainly all these hills. There are absolutely loads of hills where we're exploring. We can go further along this way, I think. So we have a certain area around us that we just map out as we pass it. Somebody mentioned a few of the interesting ones I found, like the biomes with all the flowers being interesting. I imagine they were something different that weren't exactly common. I might grab a few of them once I've got back home. We'll have to expand the farm, of course, because we have new things that we can grow. I think I can go further along this way. Mainly once I... Oh! Hello? I think we're going to make a diversion that way. That is another village. Well, we're going to have a look and see what those people have. Is it a big village? Yeah, it's moderately big. Hey, 2 villages! And not too far away from me either. That's interesting. It's also marked with a brown dot, so I'll know where that village is. However, ferrying over the villagers, like I stated in the previous videos, will be quite difficult from there. We're going to explore up here, and then we're going to go... Actually, they're right here. Why don't we just go see them? Hello! I'm the Avatar! They don't seem that pleased to see me. I'm not surprised. Any loot crates that I can, or chests that I can go in and, there's a sheep in that house. I don't think sheep count as villagers. So you know. Yeah, see, there they are. They're harvesting things. I don't know where they put them. Maybe there's a, chest that they put them in? There's nothing in there. There may be a chest in here. Failing that, I doubt they have anything, no, they don't seem to have anything significant. They have no chests and, nothing to store anything in. Is there one up here? No, there is nothing up here. Fair enough. Last few houses, I don't actually think these villagers have anything, that we'd want to take. Oh well! We know they're there. We may come back here and, expand it at some point and, add in a few things like, stuff to make I was about to say a zombie golem. We don't want a zombie golem, we just want an iron golem. So then we can go and leave them, knowing that they won't be in any trouble. There was actually, I remember one world I had. I really struggled to get villagers, because that was back when you couldn't use the alchemy sets to make I don't think you could back then. There was a point when you couldn't make convert zombie villagers, or I didn't have the ability to do so. So what I had to do was I had to actually get minecarts and ferry them over. And the first village I found had only like 2 villagers in it, and I went away to go make this, and one of them died. And so then I had 1 villager. And 1 villager really isn't enough to actually make another village. You need 2. So then I had to go find a second village. At least I went and oh, be careful here. This is bit perilous. Oh, well, I did not pick a good route here. Sorry, just gonna have to drill my way through this tree so that I can get out, because this was not a good route. However, it was a route that covered up a lot of, that uncovered a lot of scenery. A few mushrooms. Haven't yet built anything to farm those. Okay, I don't feel like falling here, so let's just, let's rest. Let's rest and consider the next course of action on the next day. For it is going to go this way round rather than down the sheer drop. The sheer drop does not look good. And I believe by moving a little further north, we have filled in all this area. And then we'll sort of go, I think, along and get rid of all the areas except for the desert-ish biome, and then we'll go and explore that, I think. And then we'll actually be done. We'll make a copy of this map, we'll put this map on the wall, and then we might make a small map, just so we can map out have the vicinity mapped out. And we could do that on the horse, because we'll have everything, everything will have been generated, and so it won't take won't make all the, loading issues of going on a horse. And that was the main reason I didn't take the horse, because of the loading. It was, but once we actually have explored it, then the Avatar can travel around on his horse, with diamond armour. It's a shame it's not gold armour, just have the Avatar walk around in golden armour. There was a zombie nearby, and I did not want to know where that is. So, when we come back, folks, we'll continue exploring, for we have covered a significant amount of ground, mainly thanks to the the water over there in that corner. So, I'll catch you next time, and I'll see you then. Later.